Happy Hanukkah, Merry Christmas, Happy Kwanzaa, Happy Xmas, and Happy Solstice. Welcome to Season 2 of Bachelor on a Budget. For this episode, we're going to be making some holiday cookies shaped like Christmas trees, snowflakes, and candy canes. And you gotta wash it down with a big glass of milk. These are going to disappear at your holiday party, so stick around and we'll show you how it's done. So the first thing we want to do here is to sift together 2 cups of flour, half a tablespoon of baking powder, and half a teaspoon of salt. We're going to give all of that a quick jingly whisk together. After all of our dry ingredients have gotten to know each other, we're going to beat just shy of 2 sticks of butter together. I've got about 14 or 15 tablespoons. Beat this butter until it's nice and creamy for about 1 or 2 minutes. This can be done in a stand mixer. I'm doing it in a bowl with a rubber spatula so you can all see better, but this can also be done in a stand mixer. And then after all of our butter has become light and airy, we're going to cream that together with about 3/4 cup of sugar and mix it all together until it's nice and smooth for about another minute or so. And then once our butter and sugar are playing well together, we're going to set that off to the side and grab a small bowl. And in this small bowl, we're going to crack 1 egg and about half a teaspoon of extract. I'm using almond extract because I'm actually out of vanilla extract, but use whatever you have on hand. And we're going to beat our egg extract mixture together for about a minute until everything's light, airy, and incorporated. And then once our egg and extract have gotten to know each other, we're going to add it to the bowl that has the butter and sugar in it. And we're going to give all of this a good mix together until it's uniform in consistency. And then once all of your wet ingredients seems like they're pretty well incorporated together, start adding your flour just a little bit at a time. Getting it on the counter is an important part of this process. Getting it on yourself helps also. And then once everything starts to come together and becomes a little bit like a shaggy dough, you can get right in there with your hands like I am if you need to. Just to make sure everything gets incorporated. Sometimes a rubber spatula just doesn't do the job. And I'm taking it out of the bowl here to mop up all the flour that I spilled out earlier. And also to make sure that the dough is a nice, smooth consistency. And then after your dough has reached a nice, smooth consistency, get out some plastic wrap. We're going to wrap this up and put it in the fridge for about 2 to 3 hours. Now once your dough has been chilling in the fridge for at least a couple of hours, cut it in half, wrap half of it back up and stick it back in the refrigerator. You're only going to have room on your baking sheet for about half of this dough anyway. So I floured my countertop and I floured my rolling pin. It's time to roll these cookies out and cut the shapes out of them now. And you want to make sure everything stays pretty well floured at this point, because if not, it could stick to your rolling pin into the countertop, and that's not what we want. Using a pastry scraper is super helpful to get cookies off the countertop if they started to stick a little bit. Now that we have our cookies cooling on our wire rack over here, it's time to start making some frosting for them. So what I have here is 2 cups of confectioner's sugar, to which I'm going to add about 3 tablespoons of milk. I like my frosting to be a little bit thick. That way I can put it in a piping bag and pipe it out rather than just drizzle it on. And remember, if you're not making a mess, you're not doing it right. Now what I'm going to do here is divide this icing into 4 even portions into 4 uneven bowls. And then I'm going to add some food coloring to them so we can add some effect to our cookies. Now what I have here are 4 ordinary piping bags that I'm going to roll the tops down on and fill them with our 4 different colors of frosting. And I'm going to use these to decorate our cookies. So now we have our icing colored 4 different ways. Now we can start decorating our cookies. I have some snowflakes, I have some trees, I have some candy canes. Get creative with this, have fun.